about Umballard's decision to step down?
Well, I mean, firstly, I think you'd congratulate him on doing a great job in the last 10 years. I think he's been a very good governor. He's applied the Act with great acumen, and I think he's had a good sense of the New Zealand economy and, for the most part, called it pretty right. No one's ever going to be perfect. He seemed to work off historical data and make forward-looking decisions. I'm not surprised he's stepping down. He's had 10 years in the job. Challenge for the government now is to find an adequate replacement.
Do you think there could be changes to how the Reserve Bank works now? There'll be a new policy targets agreement signed with the new governor, and there's also talk perhaps of a monetary policy committee, so not just the governor's rate, but maybe. What would you think about?
Well, firstly, I guess ultimately when you sign the new agreement, you're right, that's a matter between the governor and the Minister of Finance. I haven't had any discussions or advice from the Minister of Finance that he's looking to move away from a situation where a single and a unilateral decision is made by the governor of the day on the advice of others to a committee model. That was a recommendation, I think, in the 2001 review that was undertaken. Outside of that, I don't see tremendous change happening to the way monetary policy is managed in New Zealand. I think for the most part we have world's best practice, and it's served us pretty well. Again, it's not perfect, but it's the best system that we can see, and it's actually consistent with what pretty much most other countries do.
So you wouldn't see any material changes to the next PDA?
Well, I haven't had any discussions with the Minister of Finance about that. I can't rule out at the margins he might want to take the opportunity to have a quick look at that, but we had discussions prior to the 2011 election about that overall issue, and for the most part we're very comfortable it's working well.
And your monetary policy at the election was unchanged?
It was unchanged, yeah. So look, I mean, you can take that matter up with Bill, and maybe at the margins he might want to tweak something, but I wouldn't be expecting something large.
Would you like to see him have more room on the inflation front, perhaps?
No. I mean, I think in the end, inflation undermines the values of those and the wealth of those that are on fixed incomes. It's a fool's paradise to think that you can have more inflation, we're all going to get richer. Actually, if you're on a fixed income, you're all going to get poorer.
So less inflation.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're at the right place at the moment. I mean, for the most part, the governor's been, like most governors, either at or at the higher end of the band. I think the 1 to 3% band's about right. And having greater capacity for more inflation just eats away at the retirement savings of New Zealanders. It encourages the wrong behaviour, and I can't see any rationale for it.